actually, this is as real as it gets.
Hey, this is Marcia Prince, IFBB Bikini Pro and Guest Berry Nutrition spokesmodel, and you are listening to the UCW radio show, In Your Face.
The number you have reached, 911, has been changed to a non-published number.
You're listening to UCW Radio. In Your Face.
All right, welcome to the UCW Radio Show, and we have another great guest lined up to come on the show today. As you know, we cover all avenues, whether it be Hollywood to the cage, to the ring, to the big screen, little screen, to authors and so on and so forth in the fitness industry. And today our special guest is in the fitness industry. She was Miss Figure Universe 2011. And she has an interesting story to her journey. And she is just, at this point, in my opinion, her career is just beginning to blossom. So you're going to want to hear more about it and follow her career, because I think she's going to be one of the top in the fitness industry. I think she has that potential. Okay, but without further ado, let's bring on Miss Figure Universe 2011, Shannon Petralito. Shannon, welcome to the UCW Radio Show. How are you?
I'm well. How are you, Louis?
Pretty good, thank you. I'm glad that you came on the show, that you were able to make it.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
No problem. I want people to understand more about who you are. Currently you're the reigning Miss Figure Universe 2011.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
And what you're going to do me a favor and just, you've been in fitness for a little bit. I kind of want our listeners to understand how you got involved with that.
Okay.
Because
right.
you're a mother of what do you have, 2 kids?
I have one. I have
kid.
a boy who is 8 years old.
Okay, I'm not pushing the issue.
Good. My husband will be happy. No.
Okay, no stress. Tell him to calm down. Calm down. Sit down and just listen. So you have one son, and when did you get involved in training?
Well, I started training probably when I was about 19 or 20, but I was more of a cardio girl at that point in time, and got involved with weights about 3.5 years ago. I had some friends telling me, you should compete, you should try, and it was in one ear, out the other most of the time. And then I decided to give it a go. And my first show was in 2009 in New York. It was the NPC Atlantic States, and I placed 6th in figure. They give placings to top 5, so I just missed it by that little bit. And, of course, I was hooked after that because of my competitive nature.
Well, the NPC is a big one. It's a big organization.
Absolutely. So, yeah, my trainer threw me in that big one. She said, you can do it. You're good enough. Go for it.
Well, that's faith. I like it.
Yeah.
So you came in 6th in 2009 in the NPC Atlantic States, and as opposed to you being disappointed, you actually got hungry.
I did. I was very hungry. So my next goal in mind was to learn everything I possibly could about competing. And in 2010, in the winter, I went to a fitness camp up in Norwood near me, and they taught me a lot about the industry as far as how to walk, how to train, the nutrition, and it just kind of grew from there. 2010, I won the Figure New England title, and then I competed in the NPC Jay Cutler and won my class there. And then I went to Team Universe, and I didn't do so well there, but that's okay. That still left me more hungry. Okay. And 2011 came, and I trained harder, and I had a goal in mind that I wanted to go to Miami, and I wanted to win. And I did.
Well, but before we go into 2011, people hear a figure, figure competitor, a lot of people think, okay, well, you put on a bikini and you walk, you strut, and that's what you do. but there's a lot more involved in that than just throwing on a bikini and smiling.
Oh, sure. Absolutely. I mean, first of all, along with the intense amount of training comes the nutrition, which starts out at one point, and the closer to showtime you get, you're still eating food. Some people think you don't eat, but your food portions just get smaller, and you still continue to train just as hard, which is very difficult to do. And as a mom, obviously I'm busy taking care of my child, busy taking care of all the other responsibilities that come with owning a home. So it's a lot. It's a huge commitment, not for the lighthearted.
Yeah.
You have to have kind of tough skin to do it, getting up there and putting yourself out there to be judged on your symmetry and on your stage presence and your physique and all that stuff. It's tough, but I love it. I love it.
Well, I mean, but you do this. This is not just, you're not doing this just to compete. This is a lifestyle for you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it has been for quite some time. I enjoy being healthy. I really do. And it kind of makes me laugh. A lot of times I go places and, I'll bring food with me a lot of times. And for some reason, people find it necessary to be concerned if I'm okay, if I'm hungry. And why I'm not eating, this or that or whatever. And it's my lifestyle, and I chose that lifestyle, and I've raised my child to live a healthy lifestyle too. He won't set foot in McDonald's, and he's 8 years old. He knows.
Good for him. Good for him, because that stuff will kill you. They're not, they're not one of our sponsors. That stuff will kill you. But I mean, that's fantastic. I know we had Marcia Prince on here, and she has the same lifestyle. She takes her food with her, so on and so forth, and you're not doing anything different than that. I mean, you have to be committed to what you're doing, and that's what it comes down to.
Absolutely.
Okay, and
she's beautiful, Marisa Prince.
Yeah, she's all right. No, she's good. She's good, but this is all about you. It's not about her. We're not talking about her anymore. But I just want to make a reference as far as someone that had a decent amount of success in the figure and bikini competition arena, and that's where you're in right now, and you're doing quite well for yourself. So it's just a good reference.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now let's go to 2011.
Yes, 2011 was a very big year for me. I'm very grateful for all the good things that happened to me. Like I said, I trained extremely hard. I had some huge life changes that went on with leaving a job that I was in for 14 years. I was training for this show in Miami while I was working at night as a bartender, getting home at 4:30 in the morning, getting up to train at 9 in the morning.
Wow.
And I still don't know how I did it to this day, but I wanted it really bad, and I really believed that I could win, and I really believed that doing that would help me progress further to the point where I'm at now. So that's what I did. And I took a leap of faith about, I don't know, it was about 8 months ago. And I just stopped going into Boston and working that bartending job. It was a very difficult decision for me to do financially.
Yeah, bartenders make a decent amount of money if you're good.
Oh, sure. Sure.
And you forget about it. You were probably tipping the scales way on the high end.
I did well. I couldn't complain.
Yeah.
So it just didn't coincide with the training and the nutrition, and I left and went with this full time.
Well, that's a big commitment.
Mm-hmm.
We had a friend of mine, Mark Alvisi. He's an IFBB pro, and one thing that he said when I had him on the show, he said, "Lou," he said, "you know this, but." Bodybuilding fitness is the most expensive hobby in the world. I said, yeah.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I know it is.
It's extremely expensive. 2011, yet again, was another very fortunate season for me. I wound up being sponsored my entire season for hair, for makeup, for photo shoots, for travel. I hooked up with a water company that was supposed to happen, but they're still put on hold as of this point as we speak, so I can't disclose any information on that. But 2011, they were pretty much ready to launch, and they had gone full force with sponsoring me, and they took care of all my expenses. So that was very good. That coincided with me leaving the board.
Okay.
I didn't have to worry about the expense.
So they sponsored you, but they didn't launch their product yet.
No, I guess what happened was they had some investors fall through on them after the fact, and that's very unfortunate for them. I hope it works out for them.
Well, I mean, I'll say this much. I was going to say something completely different than what I'm going to say now. I mean, if they stood to their word that they were going to sponsor you for your training in the competition, and they did it, and their business didn't go the way they thought it was going to go, I mean, I have to pat them on the back for that.
Absolutely, very commendable. I mean, I still keep in touch with them on a regular basis. You know, I thank them all the time for that. And if anything ever comes through, and they need me for anything, whatever it may be, just give me a shout. You know.
Okay. Well, we wish them the best in getting that stuff together. You know.
Yeah.
Which is great because when you have sponsors that sponsor fitness competitors. That gives them a fighting chance to, reach out and try to achieve their dreams in this industry.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay,
absolutely.
So you want those good sponsors to survive and be prosperous, no doubt about it.
Yeah, my first season wasn't easy. My husband, he's raising his eyebrows. This is really, if you get really into this, I don't know how we're going to afford this, how we're going to do this. And fortunately, things have worked out in that manner for me.
Okay, well, good. I thought he was raising his eyebrows, saying, "Hey, honey, you're looking better and better. What's up?"
Well, I think he's to the point now where we were out somewhere the other night, and somebody said, "How do you feel that your wife has bigger arms than you?" And he said, "I'm completely okay with that." Yeah. I'm tired of that question. Next.
Okay, well, here goes a line he can use. He can feel protected. So there you go. But that's good stuff. You know what? I think it's important to have a good support team behind you when you're doing this, because this is not just a physical thing. It becomes a mental thing and a spiritual thing as well, because it gets hard. When you're dieting,
Yep.
It gets really hard. So,
Yep.
good for him that he has your back.
He honestly, I feel very fortunate that my husband is supportive. I hear a lot of girls say that their significant others aren't. And my husband, Chris, he's my rock. I mean, he comes with me to every show. He's kind of behind the scenes guy, anything that I need, keeping me calm, keeping me sane. He's there for me, and I truly appreciate that.
Oh, well, look at that. I think that's fantastic. Chris, good for you. You're like Oz. He's the man.
Right.
He's the man behind the
Oz.
curtain. Hey, the great Oz. Woo!
Exactly.
Well, good for him. Good for him, and good for you too. And especially, you have a young son there. Good for him, because he sees how you guys work as a team. And growing up, it's good to see your parents doing that. Sets a good example.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
For sure.
So now you competed, you won a lot of titles, or you did well, and you won some titles in 2011, but you did well. The big one was the Figure Universe 2011.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
But you also competed in the Figure America World Championships.
I did, yes.
Yeah. So you got a lot of stuff going on.
What's that?
You have a lot of things going on.
I do. I did. I won my division at that show. So they break it up by height class, and then they go into the age brackets. And since I am 36, I'm in the figure classic division, and that was a very competitive show. That was probably one of my most competitive shows to date. There was about, I think, 39 girls in my class there, and I placed first in my division, and I was happy with that. That was good.
Oh, that's fantastic. But you definitely don't look 36, FYI.
Oh, well, thank you.
Take it easy, Chris. Take it easy. I'm just making a point. But in doing all this, you're a wife, a mom, you're competing, you're training, you're trying to earn money as well. In the middle of all this, you're going to school, and you got certified as a personal trainer. And
I did.
And you're still educating yourself on nutrition.
Mhm.
And you're doing all this fun stuff, So you're going to be like a fitness nerd.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine. I mean, once I got involved with this, one of my biggest things is I really want to give back, so to speak, in a way to women. I have a lot of women contact me via Facebook or email. It started out with the emails that, you're a really positive role model for us and we look up to you. And that really hit home with me. I'm like, geez, here I am, a mom, just like this woman out there, and I'm doing this. And I kind of want to help them and show them that I was sitting in my backyard 3 years ago looking through an Oxygen magazine, and I thought, geez, I kind of want to try that. People keep telling me to try that, and I think I will. And it didn't matter that I was, 34 at that time or whatever it was. And I just went ahead and did it anyway. And I'm just trying to, tell women not to forget that part of themselves, even though they have kids, their wives, they still have themselves. And if they want to do something like that, go for it.
Oh, there's no excuse why they shouldn't if they want to.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
why not?
If it's that important, you'll make time for it.
Yes. Like anything in life, if you really want to do it that bad, you will make time for it. Yeah. I hear that from a lot of clients that I train now. I just can't fit it in. I just can't do that. But if you want to see the change and you want to lose the 10 or 15 pounds, you're going to have to allot it into your schedule, like your job.
Yeah, you're going to have to, because it becomes a job, but, it also becomes your alone time, kind of.
Yes, a lifestyle, basically.
Yeah, no, without a doubt. I know you watch the news and everything, and I'm bringing this up because you do have a son, because you have like Jessica Simpson. She had a kid, and now Weight Watchers is sponsoring her to lose all this weight and all that stuff. A lot of women, most women, majority, don't have that luxury of getting paid to lose weight. Wouldn't that be interesting? You get paid to lose weight. That's pretty cool.
I think a lot more people would do it.
Yeah, I think so. But when you had your son, just going back in time a little bit, how hard was it for you to get yourself motivated and get yourself into the shape that you're in today?
It wasn't easy. Definitely not going to sit here and say that it was. When I was pregnant, all I wanted to do was eat, like many other pregnant women. I gained probably about, I want to say, 40 or 50 pounds when I was pregnant. After I had Anthony, pretty much I had a goal in mind that I wanted to have my abs back, and I wanted my legs and butt to be like they were pre-Anthony. And my mother and my aunts jokingly told me that would never happen again. So, of course, that made me want to do it even more.
Right.
And it wasn't easy, but when he was napping, I was running on the treadmill in my bedroom, in my apartment. I bought a treadmill, and I was in there doing that. I didn't do the sleep thing while the baby was sleeping. And I ate healthy. I ate very healthy, as hard as it was to do. I set a goal, and I did it. And I didn't deprive myself. I had my days where I had something, that was out of context of my diet, but I just worked hard, and that's what you have to do. It's simple, plain and simple. There is no magic pill or magic answer. You have to be determined, and you have to want to do it, and do it.
Right. Well, I brought that up because I don't want people to think that you magically look like this, or you just woke up one day and said, okay, well, I'm going to train and I'm going to go get into shape and do this show. This is a lot of ups and downs that you have to go through.
Yes, and I actually did a blog a while back for some of my girls that were competing for the first time back in April, and they said, we want to have shoulders like you, or we want to have this like this person. And my blog was based on, it was a picture of me at my first show, and I had nowhere near the muscle I have now or anything that I bring to the table now. And every year, like with anything, it's a work in progress, and you have to be patient, and you have to be confident that you will get where you want to be, and no matter what you're doing, as long as you diligently work towards that every day, little by little, set little goals for yourself, and you'll get there.
All right, let's hold that thought, and we'll be right back with Miss Figure Universe 2011, Shannon Petralito.
In this city, the knights forgot their shiny swords. Beneath the headlights, we look for lovers on billboards. do you like it here? In this city, our lives are right behind the shore. Just look beside you and in your head tally the fake score. Do you like it here? Did we forget what we're fighting for? To need to want to feel, to wish to live, to see that open door. Can I admit what I'm looking for? I need to want to love, to wish to live, to have it more. But then you wonder if you like it here. In this city, you cannot fail until you fold. But once you compare, you're closer than to being sold. And do you like it here? Did we forget what we're fighting for? To need to want to feel, to wish to live, to see that open door. Can I admit what I'm looking for? I need to want to love, to wish to live, to have it more. But do you like it? Do you like it? Do you like it here? 'Cause they don't care what you want. Be careful how you flaunt what you need and what you've got. I don't care how you look. Did you see what you took to make this dream a reality? Did we forget what we're fighting for? To need to want to feel, to wish to live, to see that open door. Can I admit what I'm looking for? I need to want to love, to wish to live, to have it more. But don't you ask me, yeah, don't you ask me if I like it here. In this city, you will forget that we're at war. But in your head, you know exactly what you're fighting for. And do you like it here?
Yeah, in this world full of envy, I pray that yes, I am those that are in need. I pray this to my Father, that we live in honesty and live in unity amongst one another. Yeah, man, each one is our friend, yeah, each one is our brother, yeah. This world would be such a beautiful world if we just learn to live in love. This world would be such a beautiful world if we just learn to live in peace, yeah. Peace, love and unity, share with me as I share with you. He cares for you. He said that the Father give you know is brand new. Another day we rise, another day we strive. So tell me why you want to pull your brother down. The Father's giving life, true we must survive. But tell me why you want to shoot your brother down. I hope you're hearing me, knowing the Father cares for me, He cares for you. What He's giving me, He can give to you too. And if your neighbor just ask of you, don't say no if you know you have it, yeah. Cause when we learn to share, we will learn to love. And yes, you'll be so glad that you gave it. This world would be such a beautiful world if we just learn to live in love. This world would be such a beautiful world if we just learn to live in peace, yeah. You say the Lord only helps those who help themselves, but that's the way of those who love and that season well. How would my Lord must be someone else? Cause when me check it out, He helps those who help someone else. And granted, you have your own affairs. So you say You love yours and they love theirs. I saw your response, you think that no one cares. Oh Lord, if they only know you are there. This world would be such a beautiful world if we just learn to live in love. This world would be such a beautiful world.
All right, welcome back to the UCW radio show, and you were just listening to music from the Pure film. All right, it's a movement, it's a documentary project trying to bring attention to child trafficking, and this is led or spearheaded by Stephanie, friends of mine, Stephanie and Kelsey McNeil, and also, you know, you have Gib Gerard, you have David Lockhart, and a number of people involved in the project. And basically, it's a project from the heart. So if you want to find out more about it and get involved with it, because they need all the help they can get, go to www.thepurefilm.com and find out more and see how you can get involved. All right, now on that note, let's get back to Shannon Petralito. We left off where we were talking about training and how things don't happen overnight. And also, I had a thought about a show that I was watching on television the other day. I think something on HBO or whatever it was, and about people that were obese and they got that bypass surgery. And anyway, the reason I'm bringing this up because a lady, she kept a log of what she ate, and she was in her 50s. She started out, she was going to do it for a week, then a month, and basically, I think it was like 6-7 years later, she had a big portfolio of what she ate every day since it began. You know, again, that's the extreme, the bypass thing. But the reason I say that is that if you condition yourself and you set a regimen for yourself, you can just get into that mode, into that groove.
Yes, I have a lot of clients that I work with now that, you know, I do a full evaluation on them, on what they're currently eating, and then I will put them on their plan, and their plan has everything spelled out for them. It's almost foolproof. This is what you're going to eat at this time, meal one. It has this in it, this in it, and this in it, and I try to educate them on, you know, the proper portion sizes for proteins versus fats versus carbohydrates and whatnot, and having something written, and it holds you more accountable. And I have them check in with me each week with some photos, take a look at them, helps them stay accountable too. But if you just, you know, you just go with the flow and just put whatever in your mouth, there's a lot of extra calories added up at the end of the day that way.
Oh, yeah, that's a fact. Now, when the people that you train, now, are you training them remotely or are they in your town? How does that work?
I do a lot of training out of Powerhouse Gym in Plymouth right now, and I also offer online training only for people that are familiar with the gym. If you have someone that doesn't have a trainer and has no idea what they're doing, I don't really recommend them buying a program from me to write them a training regimen. If they're going to work with a personal trainer and they're familiar with the equipment in the gym, I will write up monthly plans for them for sure. But right now, most of my business is local for personal training, one-on-one personal training.
But you're able to work remotely for people that may be training for a show or or someone that has knowledge of everything and they just need, you know, I mean, look, you look at baseball. You have, you know, I don't care if you're Derek Jeter or if you're a Babe Ruth, you had a trainer. In bodybuilding, I don't care if you're Jay Cutler or Rich Gaspar, whoever you are, you had someone or you have someone that's actually bringing you beyond the point of your mental capacity because you don't want to think about it. You just want to do it.
Absolutely. I even have that now. And I work with a trainer out of Rhode Island who was actually Mr. Universe 1992, which is kind of cool. His name is Nick Souza, and amazing guy. And that's who I work with. And so I hope to be that kind of person to my girls that I train. So, yes, I train competitors and get them to where they need to be physique-wise with nutrition, training, posing, stage presence, tanning, makeup, hair, the whole 9 yards. I can get a girl ready for her first show.
And I mean, there's a lot, as I said earlier, there's a lot involved in what you're doing, because it's not as simple as just throwing on a bikini. Even though if you look good, you can look phenomenal, and you can go on stage and really look ridiculous because you don't know what to do.
Oh yeah, it's a total package. Absolutely, you need to go up there, and you need to. The judges want the wow factor. They rather have the girl who, let's say you have a girl that's just drop dead gorgeous, and everybody's like, oh, that girl has it hands down. And then you have the girl who's beautiful, but the other girl, she just has that certain essence about her that oozes sex appeal, if you will. Mm-hmm. And the other girl is just beautiful. Well, if that girl who's just beautiful walks out there and she has that right strut and that right smile and that right look in her eye at the judges, she's going to win hands down over that girl that oozes the sex appeal that's walking clumsily in her heels. It's a total package.
Right. Yeah, no, I definitely see that, because, just in the photography, you just look at the movement and just the posing, even though it looks, I mean, look, you the professionals that do this like yourself, you make it look easy, but it's not as easy. Even any type of move you're doing, it's premeditated.
It absolutely is. You have to make it look natural, but it's so unnatural. I won't even get into some of the stories of my first season. I was the worst, I think, competitor ever posing-wise. I don't know what the heck I was doing sometimes. And every year I get better, thank goodness.
Well, I mean, yeah, well, you're a champion, so you have to be good, but you're always enhancing. You're never good enough.
Right. There's always room for improvement.
Okay. And now, just going back to your education, so people understand how serious you are. Again, I said earlier, you're a certified personal trainer, and you got all your credentials because you wanted to launch your own personal training and fitness business, which you have.
Yes. Yep. I actually graduated from the University of Massachusetts Boston in 2002 with a Bachelor of Science in Biology with a minor in psychology. And I'm, what the heck am I going to do with this? And within finding myself, so to speak, over the past years, this is what I have come to. And then I added the personal training certification to it, like I said, because I wanted to be able to pass my knowledge along to people on all the stuff that I've learned and the experiences that I've had. And so I recently launched Shannon Petralito Fitness, and I'm really excited about it.
But as a personal trainer, the degrees you got in biology and psychology, if you are good, if you are that good, and you have people that you're training, you kind of become their confidant, their psychologist, so to speak, because they'll talk to you about everything and anything.
I noticed, yeah, I noticed that, and I'm by no means complaining about that, but yes, there is a lot more to this whole thing than just training a person with weights or giving them a nutrition plan. A lot of women that I train, pretty much most of them, I am their therapist, so to speak. Mm-hmm. Yes, I am, and that's fine with me, because I really like to encourage and build people up, because I've had people do that for me when I was in a crappy place, and it's really beautiful to see someone come from being this shy, self-conscious girl and then blossom to being this beautiful woman on stage who is walking across that stage after months of training and preparation and just holding her head high and being like, look what I did, look what I accomplished. And it's a beautiful thing.
Well, you get to see the evolution of them, not only as a competitor, but as, just as a person.
Yes, absolutely. And they can take that with them, obviously off the stage too. And hopefully it helps them in their everyday life with different things that they do.
Yeah, of course. You build confidence, and that can trickle forward into anything you do, work, your family, how you deal with your spouse, and due to the fact that he knows that you are just a little bit stronger nowadays, I'm sure that's going to work out okay.
I mean, that's what happened to me. I started this journey, and I wasn't always the girl that was like, I'm going to move forward and do this and move forward and do that without any thought in my mind. But I've had my people along the way that have helped build me up and get me to where I am. And every day I have doubts too, but I have those great people that send me these messages, keep pushing forward. You're an inspiration. You're going to be a success. And everybody needs that. Everybody needs that person to give them that good feeling.
No, you just definitely need that. And that's, again, I keep referring back to what I said earlier. But as I said, you need a good support system in place. You need some good people behind you saying, you know what, I believe in you. And if you think you can do it, I know you can. You can think it, but I know you can. You get someone that says that, it pushes you just like 5 steps forward against your will, because it'll happen because now you feel obligated.
Exactly. You're like, I already put it out there. I got to do it now, and you will.
Yeah, exactly. If not, then it's beyond having the price to pay to other people. It's like it has to do with you and you keeping your word to yourself, and I think that's very important.
Yes. Yep. Accountability.
Accountability. There you go. Just imagine if we had that in politics. Oh my God.
Oh, I couldn't even imagine.
Yeah. Oh my God. I don't know what would be happening anywhere. I don't know. But I'm not going to talk about Mitt because I think he's from your neck of the woods. So we'll just let that
He
go.
is.
We'll just let that go because he probably trains at Powerhouse. We don't want any issues with that. So now you're training. Talking about Powerhouse, you're training at Powerhouse in Plymouth, Mass. Okay, which I like Plymouth, Mass because I like going to the Rock. That's a pretty cool
The little
place.
pebble.
The little pebble, yeah. But you know what? I went there, and I think it was 1609 or something. It has on there, and it was pretty cool. I thought it was going to be bigger, but it was just a little rock.
That's what everybody says when they go. I think some people actually get very angry. They're like, are you kidding me? I came all the way here for this.
Yeah, but you have to go in the Mayflower, too, and just hang out.
Which is pretty cool, yeah.
That's definitely a cool thing to do. But you're Plymouth, Mass. You have some things going on there. You don't have a whole mess of things going on over there. So you're taking yourself in the town of Plymouth, and you're bringing yourself not national but international, because we're in the internet age. So the better you are where you are, you can actually hit people all over the world, because I'm sure that they come and they contact you from all over the world.
Oh, yes. Yep. I mean, I get Facebook messages and emails in different languages and have to get my Google Translator out because,
Yeah, but that's a good thing, because that means that you're having an impact beyond,
Absolutely.
beyond your immediate circle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that's fantastic. That's good stuff. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. So
it's kind of surreal.
yeah, but you know what? It's surreal, but it's for real. Because the only way that you can get that is by being real. Oh my God! Look, I'm this. What am I doing? A rap or a rhyme? I don't know what I'm doing, but yeah, you have to be for real in order for everything to happen. And you're being real with yourself, and everything that's happening is because you kind of planted all the seeds for everything to come to fruition.
Absolutely, and there was many seeds planted, and that's the other thing I try to tell people. It doesn't grow overnight, so to speak. I mean, you just have to put thousands of little feelers out there, and it may take a year, it may take 5 years, but things start to happen eventually with the connections you make and the things that you're doing, and that's starting to finally happen for me on the business aspect of things, which is what I've been working so hard for, and getting my name out there and getting people, to come to me for inspiration, motivation, and so it's good. It's good stuff.
Yeah, well, people are going to hear your story now, and I think more people should hear it, because again, you've done stuff in figure competition. You want to do more things in modeling, and real modeling, and you want to deal with some good sponsors that can get you out there. Okay,
yes,
whether it be a Caspari Nutrition or an All-American EFX, that type of thing, you want to go with a brand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I know there are brands out there that would probably be interested in you.
Well, let's hope that happens.
That's it. I'm planting seeds for you. Check it out.
Thank you.
There we go. Now, let me ask you a question, because I like to get the input from some guests that are in fitness. Now, fitness, has evolved over time, and it became more scientific. I guess you have to be some sort of mad scientist in order to configure things for yourself. Now, over time, social media has also progressed over the past few years. Now,
Yep.
do you find that's actually helping you in your journey and getting where you want to be?
I do. I'm forever on Twitter. I have my Twitter account, Shannon Petralito, and my Facebook. I have a few pages on Facebook. My athlete page, Shannon Petralito, and the Shannon Petralito Fitness, as I mentioned earlier. And it's just a great way, like you said, from people internationally, nationally to contact me. And I feel it's helped me tremendously get my name out there. I've had people contact me to do interviews for their websites, to blog for them and whatnot. And I attribute that to social media for sure.
Oh, I may have to follow you on Twitter. I'll tweet you.
You'll tweet me?
I'll tweet you. Tweet.
Sounds kind of personal.
Yeah, I know. Hey, Chris, take it easy, buddy. Take it easy. We're just tweeting. And you also, your website. Your website is being reconfigured, relaunched with some goodies. You have a lot of goodies on there.
I do. Yeah, I'm really excited about that. So probably mid-July, end July, ShannonPetralito.com. I am going to be relaunching it, and there's going to be a paid membership site attached to it, which I'm really excited about, which there'll be a basic membership for people that just want to go in and be able to view photos and get tips and whatnot. And then I will have, like I mentioned earlier, my Lifestyle Woman membership that just wants to live a healthier lifestyle, and my Competitors membership for the girls that want to compete.
So let's say if someone's living in Sweden and they like how you look and they like your direction or how you train people, they can actually contact you via your website and actually get the advice and get the knowledge and get what they need from you from your website.
They can, because there will be monthly articles on there, monthly tips for beauty supplements, clean foods, and I'm also offering conference calls for the girls that join once a week with me, and there's a closed Facebook group. And then I do check-ins via Skype or via email photos for some of the girls that don't have Skype. So there is opportunity for girls for me to see them one-on-one and speak with them over the phone.
Oh, wow, look at you. An entrepreneur. Yeah. I like it. Yeah, but that actually can help people because, again, with social media, the internet, everything, to give someone the opportunity that may live somewhere where they don't have the right training, but to get that from someone that actually knows what they're talking about is a big, big edge for them.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Okay, and that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Now, do you have a limit on the number of people that you would bring on to train?
For competitors, yes, I'm only taking on a certain number of competitors per season, only because I believe that I should be able to devote the proper amount of time and dedication and detail to each competitor when they're getting ready to get on stage. Once you have a certain amount of girls, it's just too much, and you can't give them what they need. I really believe that. Some companies out there, they'll just take on whatever for the amount of money that they're making from it. I just don't agree with that because the poor girls aren't getting the proper attention that they need, and they're just getting thrown up on stage. The lifestyle women, that's different. I can handle a lot more of them than I can competitors, because the competitors are much more, not in a negative way, but much more needy than the lifestyle woman, and I don't mean that in a negative way.
No, actually it's not negative because they do need you, and they need your guidance, and they need information. So, that's a classification of that needy. And I brought that up as far as capping on the people that you train is because you don't have a puppy mill. I'm quoting, I have my little fingers up, quoting a puppy mill training situation where you're just running people in just to hear the register ring. It has nothing to do with that. That is the last thing I want to portray with my business, and I tell my girls that I'd rather have quality over quantity any day of the week, and have the girls be happy and feel like they're really getting my undivided attention, because that's what I wanted all along when I started. All right, and you're giving that back the right way.
Exactly.
Oh, that's beautiful. Now, your website is ShannonPetralito.com, right?
You got it. That's correct.
Okay, and then people can go there, find out more about you, and see what's going on with you. If they want to follow you, they can follow you on Twitter.
Twitter at Shan Petralito, and then my athlete page on Facebook is Shannon Petralito, and then the business page, there's so many of them, Shannon Petralito Fitness.
You're all paged out.
Exactly. It's a lot of upkeep.
Yeah, there you go. We got to have the Chris Petralito page. I don't know. Yeah, he'll get a chuckle out of that, I'm sure. But now, if you had to give, and we're going to leave it on this because I want to hear from you. If you had to give advice to someone that may be struggling with their weight, that may be looking to get themselves healthy and get themselves back in order, but they may be embarrassed to go to a gym, or they may be embarrassed to ask for help, what guidance or advice would you give someone like that?
Well, if they have access to a library, access to the bookstore in the mall, or even access to a computer or on demand or anything like that, start out small. Set little small goals for yourself. Wake up in the morning and say, you know what, I'm going to have, instead of fried egg or whatever it is, pancakes, French toast, and bacon and fried eggs, I'm going to do some oatmeal and this and that this morning. And I'm going to go for a 15-minute walk. And I guarantee that after getting in the habit of doing stuff like that for, 2 weeks or whatever it is, they're going to feel better. They're going to start to realize their energy levels are up, and they're going to want to progress from there. Their endorphins are going to kick in, and they're going to want to do more. And then I think that will ease them into maybe getting into a gym. And I know they also have, for women, they have those all women's gyms now, which are really popular for women that are a little uncomfortable going into a co-ed gym.
Okay, all right. Now, and I know that I said I was going to end on that, but I can't end on that because I have to ask you one more question. Now, what do you have anything else going on that our listeners should know about? Because I think I covered a lot of things, but I'm pretty sure I didn't cover everything. But is there anything that you have going on that you want to speak about?
Well, the biggest thing that's going on right now that we did already talk about is the relaunching of my site. I've been extremely busy preparing that. I'm really excited about that. And the other big thing that I just actually went public with this morning is I decided not to compete in the Figure Universe in Miami in 2 weeks because I decided to put my best foot forward with my business, and I have some deadlines I have to meet and can't commit the time to competing, which was a huge decision for me. But competing isn't everything, and I think that's important to put that out there and let people know that are involved with that sport that other things come first sometimes. And I will be competing again, and I'm trying to make the best decision for myself right now when and where that's going to be, but it will be within the next 6 months. I just haven't decided when and where yet.
Okay, so you're not going to defend your title. You're focused on more, well, I'm not going to say more important things, but more things that take priority in your life.
At this point in my career, yes. I feel like these things are priority, yes.
Okay, well, I think that when you get back on the competition scene, it's going to be fierce. I have no doubt in my mind, Shannon, that you're going to attract sponsors, viable sponsors that will step up and see your potential, because I see it. That's why you're on the show. If I didn't see the potential, you wouldn't be on the show.
I appreciate that.
And I think that you have a lot of great things going on. I think you're a good representation of the people of Plymouth, Mass, and actually the whole state. How do you like that? I'm making you big.
Oh, wow.
Making you
Plymouth
huge.
is the biggest state.
Yeah,
exactly.
The whole state of Massachusetts. But I think that people, should actually, learn from your experiences and your journey, and understand that if you want to get something done, the only thing that you need to do is start doing it. You got to start.
That's right.
And
there's always a starting place.
Right.
Yep.
And you've done it, and you continue to do it, and there's no ending. You're always evolving.
That's right.
And that's the way it is.
That's right.
That's fantastic. Shannon, thank you for coming on the show. And I want our listeners to know, check out Shannon Petralito. Go to her site, shannonpetralito.com. Check her out on Twitter. Follow this girl. You don't know where she's going to go, but I feel she's going to go far. So go to her Twitter. It's Shan Petralito, or that little at thing.
That's
Shan
right.
Petralito. Check out Facebook. See what's going on there. And if you're looking to compete and you're looking for someone that knows, that's certified, that knows what they're talking about, not from books or not from reading a magazine, but from personal experience, from head to toe, from beginning to end. This girl is the one that you have to get in touch with. So go to ShannonPetralito.com. Shannon, again, thank you for coming on the show, and I want to catch up with you maybe in the next couple of months, bring you back on to get an update on what's going on with you.
Oh, I'd love that. Thank you. And then thank you for having me tonight. I truly appreciate it.
No problem, Shannon.
Initiating shutdown sequence.
What is your major malfunction?
So let it be written. So let it be done.
Ladies and gentlemen, my mother thanks you, my father thanks you, my sister thanks you, and I thank you.